Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos has allayed the internet's concerns about why fiancé Chock Chapple is not with her on her European trip. I've been doing some really fun posts cause I'm on a Mediterranean cruise with my friend Nancy, the Golden Bachelorette, 62, said in an Instagram video on Wednesday, August 6th. We're here in a lounge right now, waiting for our drinks, and I've been looking through some of the comments, and it appears that many of you are concerned that Chock isn't here. She went on to say, I just wanted to let everyone know that Chock isn't here because he was on a graduation trip with his son. He got him a beautiful trip for graduation, so he went on it. Vassos said that she was lucky enough to have Nancy by her side for the escape because Chapple, 61, was unavailable at the time due to a prior commitment. It isn't because Chock and I aren't together. Yes, we are. I really miss him and can't wait to see him, she admitted. In roughly 10 days, we'll be together. We've already booked the flight and are ready to be together. He said, I completely support the girls' trip. My son, Tyler, and I had a great time in Africa. We had planned this trip for 4 years but were delayed owing to COVID and his college graduation last year. Chapple noted that preparing the trip was more challenging than planned due to his and Tyler's hectic schedules, as his son started a job right after school and filming The Golden Bachelorette last year. Vassos and Chapple met and fell in love on the first season of The Golden Bachelorette. The couple get engaged during the finale, which aired in November 2024. Chock and I are in that area. It's been fantastic every minute of it, and it's perhaps strengthened our bond even more, making that leap of faith appear as if we did everything correctly. We will marry, but we are not ready to plan a wedding yet, she told us in April. I am meeting his friends, and he is meeting my friends. We're spending time getting to know one another better. There is no haste. I do not have a biological clock. I'm over it. I have 4 children. It does add to the overall aspect of it. We aren't dying to build a house together. We both own homes. We have all these things that we aren't concerned about doing. We're just having fun being together. I want to say, let's be together. Let's just have fun and date. We will be married, I simply don't know when. Joan Vassos had never been one to shy away from speaking directly to her fans. Over the last year, she developed a strong, almost familial relationship with the viewers who had followed her journey as the very first Golden Bachelorette. They'd watched her navigate the whirlwind of reality television, fall in love in front of millions, and step into a relationship that seemed to defy the odds. Now, they were watching her live her life outside of the franchise, and they had questions. Lots of them. Her most recent Instagram posts, a series of sunny snapshots taken from a luxury Mediterranean cruise, had sparked an avalanche of comments, all centered on the same topic: where was Chock Chapple? It was Wednesday, August 6th, and Joan had decided enough was enough. Sitting in a plush lounge aboard the cruise ship, the soft hum of conversation and clinking glasses around her, she angled her phone and hit record. Nancy, her close friend from the Golden Bachelor days, sat beside her, laughing as she tried to decide between a mojito and a gin and tonic. Joan's hair, swept back into a loose updo, caught the warm light streaming through the lounge's wide windows. She looked every bit the relaxed, confident woman her fans adored, but there was an undercurrent of determination in her voice as she spoke into the camera. I've been doing some really fun posts, she began, the corners of her mouth tugging into a knowing smile, because I'm on a Mediterranean cruise with my friend Nancy. She panned the camera briefly toward Nancy, who gave a cheerful wave before pretending to hide her face like a shy teenager. We're here in a lounge right now, waiting for our drinks, and I've been looking through some of the comments, and it appears that many of you are concerned that Chock isn't here. There it was. The question that had been hanging in the air for days. Joan could almost hear the theories swirling in the minds of her followers, everything from quiet breakups to secret fights to dramatic long-distance tensions. She didn't blame them for wondering. Reality TV had trained its viewers to read into every absence, every missing Instagram tag, every subtle change in tone. But Joan had no interest in letting a perfectly innocent situation spiral into unnecessary drama. She continued, her voice soft but certain. "I just wanted to let everyone know that Chock isn't here because he was on a graduation trip with his son. He got him a beautiful trip for graduation, so he went on it." She smiled at the thought, picturing Chock and Tyler on some faraway adventure, doing exactly what they'd been planning for years. The truth was simple, this was a case of timing. Chock had been unavailable when the cruise opportunity popped up, and Joan had been lucky enough to have Nancy by her side for the escape. There was no scandal, no cooling romance, no silent falling out. "It isn't because Chock and I aren't together," she said firmly, leaning a little closer to the camera. "Yes, we are. I really miss him and can't wait to see him. In roughly 10 days, we'll be together. We've already booked the flight and are ready to be together." The comments began flooding in almost immediately after she posted the video. "We love you, Joan," one follower wrote. "Thank you for clearing this up." Another added, "Chock is a keeper. Can't wait to see you two back together." Joan liked a handful of the comments before slipping her phone back into her bag. She wasn't going to spend the rest of the afternoon glued to social media. This was a once-in-a-lifetime trip, and she intended to enjoy it. Meanwhile, back on land, or rather, somewhere far from the Mediterranean, Chock was having his own adventure. His son Tyler had just graduated from college, a milestone they'd been looking forward to celebrating for years. "I completely support the girls' trip," Chock had told her over the phone before she left. "My son, Tyler, and I had a great time in Africa. We'd planned this trip for 4 years, but we were delayed due to COVID and his college graduation last year. Planning the trip had been its own odyssey. Between Chock's schedule, Tyler's new job, and the filming of the Golden Bachelorette, it had been nearly impossible to lock in dates. We finally made it work," he told a mutual friend in a voice note that Joan later replayed just to hear the joy in his tone. It was worth every bit of the hassle. Their relationship had always been rooted in mutual respect for each other's commitments. Joan knew that being apart for a couple of weeks was not the end of the world, in fact, it made their reunions that much sweeter. They'd met on the set of the Golden Bachelorette's first season, and while the cameras had captured the spark between them, what they didn't show was the quiet, steady connection that grew in the months that followed. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.